Baby, it's cold outside.
You must be in your glory.
Hey, what's up, family? I'm Rachel.
And I'm Joe.
And we are Two Crazy Ketos.
And if you're new to our channel, welcome. Here on Two Crazy Ketos, we do different things like recipe videos and we do product reviews. We talk about various keto topics, and every Monday we go live on Keto Beyond the Couch because life exists beyond the couch.
You can find us in different social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
And we have a website, which is twocrazyketos.com, and that's where you're going to find all of our different recipes. Now, we do upload at least 5 new videos every single week, so make sure you subscribe to our channel.
And don't forget to hit the little bell icon, and that way, every single time we actually have a day in South Florida that feels Christmassy, you'll be alerted to it.
I don't know if it would feel Christmassy to most people in the country. It's like 65 degrees outside.
For us,
it's cold.
This is a big, hairy deal, and we're celebrating.
I was just thinking, aren't you glad that you're not doing any of your pool dives today?
I am, but I think we were going to try a wetsuit on later, which means I will be getting my butt in the pool. You're getting in
our pool, and our pool's not heated.
No, it's not.
Because you need to try out some regulators. We actually found this great dive shop. It turns out it's run by a guy from the lacrosse community.
Somebody you know.
So, it's been really cool just kind of hanging out and talking with him a little bit, and he lent me a bunch of regulators to try. He was like, before you buy one, I want you to try these different ones and see which one is best. And I'm like, well, how am I going to do that? He's like, well, I'm going to send you home with regulators and a tank and a BC. Go jump in your pool with it. Very trusting, right?
Super, super trusting.
So we're going to do that.
Shifty.
Now, I will say, so if you are in the South Florida area and you need scuba gear, this is not sponsored. They don't even know I'm saying this. Go to Undersea Sports in Fort Lauderdale. Ask for a guy named Hugh. Tell him Joe sent you. And I'm telling you, they're just great in there. It's like a nice little family atmosphere.
Yeah, it is.
When I was hanging out in there, like people come in and everybody knows everybody. That's my kind of store.
Me
I don't
too.
like big chain retails when I can avoid them.
It's like Cheers in there.
I
People
love
come in and it's like, Norm, hey, Joe. Like, I was just meeting this gentleman for the first time, and he's like, hey, Rachel, what's up?
Right.
And I'm like, oh my gosh, you know who I am already.
Yeah, super, super nice people. But busy day, of course. It's the week before Christmas, and this is the first time we have sat down to do a vlog together in 2 weeks.
Yes.
I'm editing the one from 2 weeks ago when you left.
Well, there's just so much excitement going on, and I'm thankful for it. Honestly, like, our attention food-wise has been like, you know, using new appliances and prepping it, but we've kept our eating super simple.
I'm actually proud because, like, we have not taken advantage of my birthday present thing from Rodizio Grill.
I cannot believe we have not gone to all-you-can-eat meats this holiday season.
It's been busy, but also we've been just enjoying food at home, and even though I get to go eat for $1, we still have to pay $60 for you, and we decided, you know what? No. Instead, I'm so glad that I learned how to make these carnivore chips for myself.
I am so glad too.
Because I eat a bag a day.
Yeah, and they're delicious. They're like perfectly seasoned. I'm just so stinking good.
And the thing about eating this, if I eat this whole bag, it's 4 ounces, I'm eating just less than a pound of ribeye. Just less than a pound. Only I'm not eating a pound because all of the water is out. But all of the vitamins and the nutrients, all of that stuff that you would find in a pound of ribeye, it's right here. Only anybody can eat this. Like, if you say I can't eat a pound of beef, here you go. Eat it that way.
Well, and it's funny. I'd love to say that it's all about the nutrients, but for me, it's also all about the taste, and it's just really delicious and fun to eat.
Speaking of beef, our son Anthony, who has like an extra part-time job trying to raise money to get a truck.
Yeah.
He's been bringing food with him for lunch, and he requested roast beef. So I pulled a bottom round roast. I think this was a bottom round roast out of the freezer, and I put a bunch of Redmond salt on it, and then the organic garlic pepper. And we're gonna stick this in the sous vide cook it to an internal temperature of 127 degrees because he wants it rare.
Right.
And we're going to use the food slicer and slice it up.
I love it.
And rather than going paying the $13 a pound for roast beef, he's going to get grass-fed, grass-finished, and it only costs us $6 a pound.
I love that math.
And I had to show you this.
You better show him before Caleb finishes the rest of the jar.
So we've been messing with the freeze dryer. And one of the things that we made these two things that I really, really like. After I did the Keto Chow ice cream, the next thing I wanted to do was, this is so good. And it's good for a whole different ways. They're just very, very fragile. But, oh, that one broke. Try that. Oh, that one broke too. I'm going to grab another one. I'm going to grab one. So go ahead and put that in your mouth.
Yeah. This is amazing.
Now, really, you can just use this as a spoon into your coffee. But what this is dehydrated yogurt.
Let me tell you, the flavor of things, well, it's not dehydrated. It's freeze-dried.
Freeze-dried.
Freeze-dried. The flavor that this freeze-dry machine, like, helps everything result in is so amazing. Like,
it's preserving everything, 99% of the nutrients.
But it just like condenses all of the flavors. So every single bite is like a power packed in your mouth. I mean, this is why Caleb really likes the freeze-dried strawberries. Because he's like, it's the best strawberry flavor you've ever had every single time.
Now, the thing about this is you don't need to eat this dry the way we are. I mean, you can, if I keep shaking this up, look, I'm just going to do it.
Yeah.
It turns to a powder. Now, all you do is you take a couple of spoons of this and you add a couple of spoons of water and you literally have yogurt. Only this is shelf stable for 25 years.
Yeah. It's delicious.
But this has become Caleb's favorite thing.
His absolute favorite thing. In fact,
freeze-dried strawberries.
Don't tell him he's getting a big jar of this as a Christmas present.
I have a big bag of frozen strawberries that I bought, which were just fresh frozen strawberries. And I like the freeze dryer better if you pre-freeze it. So I'm literally making him a giant bag of these.
Those are so stinking good. It's like the strawberry flavor is crazy. Just crazy. So good.
Now, somebody had actually asked about dehydrating fruit. And does that concentrate the sugar?
Good question.
Same thing would apply with freeze drying. Yes and no.
Great. That's a good answer.
It doesn't increase the amount of sugar that is in the strawberry. But it would technically increase by volume of weight.
Okay.
So, in other words, if you took 6 ounces of fresh strawberries and then 6 ounces of freeze-dried strawberries or 6 ounces of dehydrated strawberries, there will be more sugar in the 6 ounces of freeze-dry.
Well, that makes sense.
But you're going to have 3 times more. So, it's not like increasing the sugar, but what happens is when you take out the water...
You can eat more for the same weight.
Right. And so... It's not just with freeze-drying. It's not like, oh, you should not eat dehydrated berries or freeze-dried berries on keto. It's no matter what, whether you're using dehydrated or freeze-dry or just fresh, you have to really measure out fruit. Because, it's like 3 strawberries has got some decent carbs in it. There's like 4 or 5 carbs. Like, you can't eat this entire jar of strawberries and think like, I'm fine, even if this wasn't freeze-dried.
Well, this is the treat. I eat it after meats. Meats before treats.
Right. So if you eat 3 or 4 of these, it's like eating 3 or 4 halves of a regular strawberry. Yeah. Same exact nutrition, all the vitamins and nutrients. That's why I like freeze-drying.
Joseph Stauffer, what is this?
Your Christmas present.
Well, first of all, why are you giving it to me now? And also, what is it? It says garden on it.
Okay, so... How am I supposed to hide that big box from you?
Well, I mean, leaving it out in the open is not even trying.
There's no way I was going to hide the box from you. So that is a garden.
Like plants?
Plants.
I kill everything. Why would you get me something that's plants?
Because I don't think you're going to be able to kill this. So do you want to open it up?
Well, yeah.
Look at those muscles.
I hope it comes with a farmer. I hope there's a farmer in here.
It's going to take some putting together.
Seriously? Like, what is this? Does this go outside?
You'll see. No, and it's for in the house.
Well, I mean, it says home on it.
It's for inside the house.
Oh, my gosh. I'm so scared. Joe, this looks huge and I kill everything. Is this fair to this garden?
Let's
to have me as a mom?
Okay, so I guess this is the order you're going to put it together, right?
Huh.
1, 2, 3.
Directions even I can follow.
Well, let's follow them.
All right.
Unpack your 30 Y-pods and put one into each of the slots. So here's what we got. We got arugula. A lot of these are lettuce. Butterhead, green mustard. Then there's mint, red sales lettuce, sweet peppers,
Ooh.
green lettuce, cilantro. Yuck, your mom's
wow.
favorite. Classic kale. Yuck. Red mustard, rouge de Hiver.
This is too fancy for us.
Sweet Thai basil.
Yum.
Red sales lettuce. Monte Carlo. Jalapenos, cherry tomatoes, and arugula.
Okay.
So that's all. What I really like is that these are all like labeled, so you'll know what's coming up.
Because I will not be able to identify it.
So we can just go ahead and start putting these in.
How am I going to be able to grow this?
So this thing comes with an app called Kelby.
Aw.
And so they do have a subscription service. So we've got like a free month, and then you can decide. You don't have to use the subscription service if you don't want.
Were they checking on stuff?
So the subscription service is going to tell you like, hey, you need to add plant food to your things. It also has some cameras up on top.
What?
And it's going to monitor the plants, and it'll be like, it looks like your lettuce isn't doing that good, do this. Because see these little dots that are on here?
Wow.
So on side, these little dots that are on here, it's so that the app can recognize what the plant is.
Well, I would really like to actually be successful. I think we brought this into our house and then I kill something. I'm going to be broken. So yes, I want somebody to help me.
The app is kind of expensive. If you can do like a year, it's like, it goes on, you can buy a year, 2 years, or month to month. But when you do get it, you get 10 plants a month for free.
Okay.
So if you buy the plants individually, they're $5 a plant. Or you can actually grow your own. You can buy empties of these things and get your own seeds.
Let's start with their seeds first.
But if you choose to do the thing, every month they'll send you 10 free new plants. Because as you harvest, you're going to need to replace.
Right.
And certain plants like lettuce, you're going to use them up and then throw them out.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. We'll look at it. But for now, the first month, she's going to tell you it's time to add plant food. She can control the lights, the water. But again, you don't need the app. You can still control the lights and the water without a membership. What do you think?
I am amazed at technology, and I actually love the sound of this. I'm somebody who really likes those little water fountains. I find moving water relaxing. In fact, Joe has the challenge of finding us a babbling brook if he ever wants to move from this place, because I like the sound of water flowing. But I'm excited to see, like, will this actually work though?
It's supposed to start growing in like 10 days.
All right.
In the meantime, we have 10 plants that we have to order because the first month comes with 10 free plants. So we should order them so that you just like have them on hand.
Okay.
What is happening to us, Joe? We are now like stuffing our own sausages, raising our own chickens. We got a garden going on inside of the house. Like, are we just going to be so like self-sustainable?
I don't know. Maybe.
I'm so excited.
I'm excited about the herbs because we've been making all the sausage lately, and so it'd be nice to have fresh herbs growing. And we're horrible growing outside because one day it's like 100 degrees and one day it's like 50 degrees.
It's ridiculous.
Okay, so you have this app. We'll put it on your phone. You hit garden. This controls everything. So you called her Eden. See,
right?
Hello, I'm Kelby, your smart garden assistant. And you could message them and it'll tell you. See, it does everything for you. So like, you need to change the water in 28 days.
Okay, I can do that.
And then it's got a live view. There's probably nothing there yet because it's going to take a picture every 30 minutes.
Of my little babies?
Yeah.
That I'm
now,
growing?
there's no audio. It's not like a live camera. And they're facing directly at the plants.
Well, I would hope so.
So it's not like they can really see anything.
It's not like if I run through here with my shower cap and towel, it's going to get me on film.
So you can control the light on here, see? and then you can turn it on. You can have it on a schedule.
Okay.
Same thing with water. So your garden is in the middle of watering plants. It knows how much water your young plants need, so we recommend refraining from interrupting the watering cycle.
I need
so
that.
It tells you how to do everything.
Which is good because, again, I never know where to plant it, what the sunlight needs to be, how much water. I either don't give it enough or I give it way too much. Like,
she's going to give it all. So then you have this plants thing, and it'll tell you all of the different plants that they have. And when you click on it, it'll tell you everything. So, for example, catnip. How many days it takes to sprout the plant food.
We cannot grow that.
How to thin it, because what it's going to tell you to do is like, okay, your tomato plant has 4 sprouts. You need to take some of them out, and then you got to cut the leaves. It's going to literally tell you how to do everything.
So, you know how Roscoe is one of those cats that like cannot have catnip. He is way too excited about it. He would tear that entire thing apart to get the catnip.
Okay, so then we come over here. So you have shop, your profile, your device controls. So it'll tell you everything.
Oh, and if you're in vacation mode, so like when we go on the cruise, we don't have to come back to like an entirely dead plant system.
So from what I saw online, the whole idea of vacation mode is it will keep the plants alive, but they won't get as much light and stuff, so that
you can't harvest it.
Because you can't harvest it. Otherwise, if you're gone for, say, 10 days, you may come home to an overgrown garden, so it gives it less light and stuff. So enough to keep it alive, but not enough so that it grows, like,
I have never
way
determined
too much.
What that amount is.
So, like, here's the sow date. The first time that your plants come in contact with water.
Today.
So it basically will do everything for you, and she can identify everything. So we've had the freeze dryer running for 15 minutes to get cold, and now we're gonna go ahead and add everything in. The first thing that I'm gonna put in here, just because I had an extra tray, is we're gonna try to freeze dry pickles. So we're gonna put those up here, and then we've got all of these strawberries for Caleb. So these are already frozen strawberries, but whenever you buy frozen strawberries, they are generally frozen right there for like flash frozen, so all of the vitamins and nutrients are in there already. And usually when you want to freeze dry, you want to freeze them anyway. These may take a little bit longer though because they are whole with the tops cut off, but we'll see how it goes. Close it up, and then we hit continue. This will probably take about 18 hours. So what I'll do is, when it's all done, we'll just stick it here in the vlog somewhere.
Now this looks interesting. Is this like the egg whites and this is the egg yolk?
So this is egg whites.
It's shiny.
And it's very different than like when you get like the egg white powder.
Yeah.
First of all, you haven't run it through a machine. But also those are usually spray dried, and this is literally freeze dried. So now all you would need to do is take this and you can add water, and you will end up with regular egg whites again.
That is crazy.
So we're going to go ahead and put that in bags. And now that I've spilt it all over, this is egg yolks.
Okay.
And I actually put them in and I gave them a good mix up. But then I also had a couple that I just dropped in there. And you can see, there you go.
Wow.
And you can actually eat that.
Now you
can add water
cooked?
and rehydrate. No, it is not cooked. So this is freeze-dried raw egg. Go ahead and try it.
You enjoy that.
Just try it.
No, thank
just
you.
a little piece.
No, thank you.
It honestly has no taste. Just taste a little piece. But now you're getting all of the vitamins and nutrients and everything that way.
I do taste it.
But not like a regular, like liquefied
No,
yolk.
it tastes like a sunny side up egg.
Yeah. And then this
Scrambled eggs?
is literally, it is not cooked. I did not cook them.
But
These
it's the
are
mixture.
Whole eggs that I just blended. So again, all you have to do is take it and add in water. So this entire tray represents 20 eggs.
Wow.
This here is 20 yolks, and that is 20 egg whites.
Wow.
And then we have this.
What is that? That's not chocolate fudge over there, is it?
Okay, let's do this. Let's give this some salt.
It's gonna need more than just salt, don't you think?
Okay. There you go.
That's basically a raw liver.
No.
Freeze-dried?
This is not raw liver. Go ahead, I'll give you some more salt.
I'm just gonna swallow it like a pill.
Go ahead. You gotta chew it.
No chewing.
No.
I'll get it down, but like my way. Wow. Liver got to be liver, right? Liver's just, I mean, it's going to taste like liver.
Yeah.
And I got to tell you.
But this is freeze-dried.
The flavor is like enhanced by this experience.
I got news for you. It isn't enhanced. You haven't had cooked liver in a while.
But I can swallow it.
You can swallow it. So you got freeze-dried liver. So this here, if we put them in these bags, which is what we're going to do, I'm going to break it up so you can literally have like little liver pills. This was a lot of liver.
Okay.
This was
I can
a lot.
swallow it if it's tiny.
Yeah. So we put that into these Mylar bags.
Uh-huh.
And this is now 25 years shelf stable.
Wow.
So you've got like all the vitamins, all the nutrients.
And you can put them in this and vacuum seal them and then repeatedly do
Well,
that.
you don't even need to vacuum seal it. If you just put it into this bag and then you seal it.
You can go in and out of it.
And you can, every time you go in and out, like you do affect it, so you want to like keep sealing it. But
I need more salt.
But you had a lot of liver. I think Michelle gave us like 2 pounds of liver. So,
Thanks for that, daughter.
So literally, if you ate this,
don't mess my eggs up.
This would be like an entire serving if you could just get that down every day.
I feel like that is doable for me. And it's not going to smell up my kitchen.
Right.
And I don't have to try to like eat it. I'm seriously going to smash this thing and like just swallow it one little bit at a time.
Yeah.
So that's how I'm going to handle it.
We're just going to go ahead and put all of this stuff in a Mylar bags. Then we're going to seal them up.
Mm-hmm.
And then you've got shelf-stable eggs, egg whites, egg yolks.
This
and
is
you can do
amazing.
anything you would do with egg whites, you can do with it. And all you got to do is add a little bit of water.
So you could make like the egg white bread with this?
Yes.
How much would you need to do it?
We'd have to measure it out.
So like if it's a cup to make it and you got a cup of this, would that be the same?
I'll have to play with that a little bit because again, that is the equivalent of 20 egg whites. And again, when you think about like most of the recipes call for like a cup of it, there is a lot of egg whites in that, which is why we don't eat a lot of that bread, because some people are developing like sensitivities to egg whites because they're consuming like 20, 30 egg whites a day.
But I think about how like if you wanted to have like quick scrambled eggs that you could just go into your cabinet, like take a scoop of this, put it
add
into...
powder. All you gotta do is add water. That's, take a big scoop of this, add some water, mix it up, pour it on your griddle. Like you don't have to have eggs. So
that's
it's basically
amazing.
Powdered egg. And you can do it cooked. So I'm gonna run a batch. My next thing I wanna do is I'm gonna scramble up like a couple of dozen eggs and then cook them, and then we're gonna freeze dry them, and then literally all you would have to do is add water and heat it up. Like they would already be cooked eggs.
That is amazing.
Tabitha doesn't know what to think of you.
She's like, what are you wearing, Mommy? You look scary. I'm like, I'm just gonna go belly up on this because I'm just not sure what I'm looking at. Yeah, we're just trying to test out different regulators to see if it works. It is cold in the pool, I will say. This one works really good.
Now, there's another one. Do you want to try the other one?
Yeah.
Okay, Anthony's roast beef should be done. Let's go ahead and check it out. And we are at, 128, 129 degrees. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put this in the refrigerator, let it get nice and cold for a couple of hours, and then I'll go ahead and slice it for him. Here you go.
Thank you.
How does it taste?
It tastes good. I already had some. I ate it while he was cutting it.
Is that what you wanted? Just
Yes,
like a
this is
whole
what I
bunch of
wanted.
roast beef?
Yes, because I eat it for lunch.
Well, since I pulled out the food slicer for Anthony's roast beef, I also went ahead and sliced up about a half of a pork tenderloin, and we're going to try to make some pork carnivore snacks. So I sliced these pretty thinly. It was frozen when I did it, or almost frozen. I had pulled it out maybe about 20 minutes before I started slicing it. So we're just going to go ahead and do what we do with the ribeye and just lay all of these out. It is definitely easier to work with pork because you don't have so much marbling with the fat. I'm really interested to see how does this come out compared to the beef. And it's funny, you can see after I sliced it, I put it in the refrigerator, and it's still almost frozen. So my hands are getting kind of cold doing this, but it's nice because when it is frozen, it's a little bit easier to lay out like this. And as soon as you lay it out and don't have like one piece on top of the other, it'll defrost quickly. And then by the time I get all of the trays filled up, we will be able to add the salt because everything will be defrosted. So we have 5 trays of the pork tenderloin. I'm going to go ahead and get these into the dehydrator at 167 degrees. I've already got it preheating. And then I'm going to lay out this bacon and do some bacon jerky. Not quite sure how much we have here, but if I have extra room, I may do some beef jerky, but I'm not quite sure how much room I'm going to have left. So this is some homemade bacon that we had cured ourselves and smoked. So this is going to be a little bit thicker, so it should give us a nice bacon jerky. Okay, we got 3 trays. We'll stick this in the dehydrator and we'll check it out in about 5 hours. So I put everything in the dehydrator and there's still 2 open trays. So I have an idea. I got a pound of ground chicken here and I want to see if I could make the carnivore snacks chicken snacks. So what I did was I put it on a piece of parchment paper and I'm basically going to try to roll this out thin and then I'm going to transfer it onto the dehydrator. I feel like this might work. I think I have it thin enough. So what we're going to do is we're going to put it on the plaster rack, not the wire rack, because of the way since this is ground chicken, I don't think it's going to work on the wire rack. So what I'm going to do is, let's see. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to do this, and then we're going to grab another one and put it underneath, and then flip it over. This may not even work. I don't know. It's my guess on how they're making it. Whole bunch of salt. Okay, dinner time.
Looking good.
So we got some jalapeno poppers. These, I think these are, I labeled them as chicken parmesan, but I believe that they are chicken cheddar. I can't tell.
Oh, yeah. No, they definitely look
yeah,
cheddar-y.
They're chicken cheddar.
Mmm.
See how these came out. Now, these were not pre-cooked ones. These were like raw ones that were frozen, and I threw them in the air fryer.
Wow. Super fresh. Like, it seriously tastes like you just made them.
I love those. And then these are our burgers, and they are bacon jalapeno cheddar burgers.
So good. I love having something nice and hot, very hearty, after a long day of like getting all of the final things, you know, off the Christmas list, waiting in line at the post office, like all of the chores. It's nice to come home and have something that's really just filling.
Yeah, they came out really, really good. I'm super impressed with them. It's just nice having the stuff like in the freezer and you can just throw it in the air fryer, and that's why we do it that way. And the sausages like are really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we only have a couple more days till Christmas. Are you done? Not quite.
I need like not quite. I feel like I need just a couple more little things for Anthony. Anthony's where I'm at. And maybe a thing or two for John Paul. Because, you know, you want to give everything to the baby. I don't want it to be like so lopsided. It's like Peyton gets 45 presents. Everybody else gets 1.
We just got in our order of salt. 10 pounds of Redmond real salt. Believe it or not, we go through this so much every year. Which sounds insane, doesn't it?
It does sound insane, but it is authentic. And it's been that way for what, like 5 years now?
Yeah, now here's the thing. We don't just go through this 10 pounds of salt. That's in addition to
garlic seasoning salt.
The seasoning salt, the kosher salt, like all those. But they used to sell it in these buckets, and I guess for shipping purposes, they stopped selling it in the buckets. Fortunately, I saved the bucket. And we're just going to go ahead and fill this up. This bucket resides on top of our fridge.
A bucket of salt.
Oh, yeah. Will we fit it? We did. Look at that.
Perfect.
So yeah, so this container, I'd say we probably in our house go through almost this much, what, every 2 weeks?
I would say at least every 2 weeks.
I'm always refilling, especially now that we make like all of our meat snacks and stuff like that, the meat chips, because we use a lot, you know, all that meat gets covered in the salt.
There's also one in my car, one in our bedroom. There's salt everywhere.
We have probably about like 8 of these and I can never find the one I need them.
I look kind of rough. I was just doing chicken things.
That's okay. So all of our
stuff.
meat stuff is done. So made some bacon jerky. I've never made the bacon jerky in the dehydrator, so.
Dink.
And this is just plain.
Mmm. Delicious. Really flavorful. Mm-hmm. The dehydrator is magical.
And this is our homemade jerky.
Yeah.
This is like our homemade bacon.
Mm-hmm.
This is not like store-bought bacon.
So good.
So over here, pork loin chips. Okay.
I like that because pork loin is not normally my favorite thing.
But you really like the carnivore snacks pork loin.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Perfectly fatty.
And here's the thing. Pork loin is so cheap.
Mm-hmm.
That's like $4 in pork loin there.
Look how much. Mm-hmm. That's a ton of protein.
Okay. This was the one I was really hoping would work.
What is that?
So, remember Carnivore Snacks released those chicken ones when we were at Keto Palooza?
Mm-hmm.
They were delicious. I ate like 4 bags that weekend. Looking at it, I figured the texture was not slices of chicken. Now, the Carnivore Crisp had the chicken, and I did not like it. Remember? They were like splintery.
It felt a little dry.
We did not like it. So I took some ground up chicken, I rolled it out flat, and I just literally like did this. This is how it came out.
What? So this is ground up chicken. Like out of a can or?
No. Like just fresh ground up chicken. And then I figured we can just
turn it into a chip. Well, let's see how it tastes. Dink it. Dink. Hello.
It's like a potato chip.
That is really good. That is very, very good. And all this is ground up chicken.
Ground up chicken.
Does it have to be like chicken breast or could it be chicken thighs?
I literally, because I didn't feel like pulling out the grinder and I didn't have any like the frosted chicken breast, bought a package of just ground up chicken. Store-bought
ground up chicken.
Yeah. And it was like $5 for the package.
Wow.
So all that.
And you just $5. Like used it with a rolling pin?
Rolled it out flat.
Wow, that is delicious. And that's unexpected.
So take out the bacon. If you were to go buy this and that, you'd probably be looking at about $350.
Yeah, if you had like purchased it like where they've already done it for you.
Yeah, so now I just got to go ahead and package it all up. Good morning.
Good morning. Chili lime on my eggs, because why not?
We decided to let the vlog go until this morning. Not because we were lazy last night, but because I wanted to show you the finished product for Caleb's Christmas present. First of all, I wanted to show you the pickles.
That's weird.
This was interesting. So we freeze-dried pickles. So first, let's go ahead and taste one. So you take that. I'm going to take this. And again, you should be able to rehydrate by sticking in water. But I'm curious how it would be like if you ate like this.
Oh, wow.
That was like a deep-fried pickle.
That is like the best pickle chip I've ever had. Wow, that's good. Oh my gosh, I would serve that up with just like a little bit of like a sour cream dipping sauce.
Wow, that is good.
That is the coolest party on like appetizer I could even think of.
Do you know how many electrolytes you're getting in that? Because here's the thing. You took a pickle and you took out the water.
Right.
But you left all of the salt and the potassium, all of the electrolytes, all of the pickled seasoning is still in the pickle.
We need to do a bunch of the circles.
So, well, here's the thing. I took one Bubby's pickle.
Right.
And look at the one, like just the jar of like Kraft pickles, and then look what happened to the Bubby's pickle.
What's going on?
See here. Well, you're eating eggs. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Dink.
The flavor is there. It is like salty and sour.
The flavor is there. But I like the just jarred
I like
ones
these
better.
ones better.
I don't know what's in them, but yeah, we're gonna make a bunch of those. That is good though.
Mmm.
So that will definitely work. What we're gonna do is, you wanna open that up? We're just gonna throw these into a mason jar.
That was a good catch.
And then we can like eat these with our meal over the next few days.
You know who's gonna love these? My mom.
So put that in there. Put this off to the side. And then let's take a look at
How did his strawberries come
Caleb's
out?
strawberries, because Caleb has fallen in love with freeze-dried strawberries.
He really likes
and he
them.
doesn't want to rehydrate them. He just wants to eat them like this. So I combined 2 of the trays, but so that's what we got. Here you go.
And these are from Frozen.
These were frozen. This was a bag of frozen ones.
Dink.
It was like eating candy.
That came out perfect. And you can't get easier than Frozen.
That is really good.
What a great gift.
So we're just going to put them in these Mylar bags.
Well, that was an easy gift.
Well, it's a gift, and I think he's going to appreciate it, because
Yeah.
it's just a little thing. I mean, obviously, it's not his only gift, but I know he's really enjoying them.
But it's a homemade good. A lot of times we think that homemade goods have to be like sugary baked goods.
Right.
But this is sweet and delicious. It's going to be like he's going on a trip, so it's going to be able to be something
that's right. He can use them on his drive.
take with him on the drive.
And so these took about 18 hours from frozen. So they were frozen. If you pre-freeze it, it cuts down on the time a little bit. So I checked it last night, like right around midnight, and there were 2 or 3 that still seemed to be like there was a little moisture. So I let it run. You can add more time on, because I didn't want it to finish while I was sleeping.
So does it actually help if you're getting it out of like a frozen bag of berries?
Well, if you buy regular good like frozen berries, especially if you buy organic, generally those are flash frozen anyway, so you haven't lost any vitamins or nutrients. They're flash frozen. And then even when I had fresh ones, I froze them because it cuts down on running the freeze dryer. You're already running your freezer. You're already running your deep freezer.
Yeah.
So stick it in there. You don't have to, but it will cut down on the time, because if they're not frozen, you're going to put it into the freeze dryer, and the first thing it's going to do is spend a couple of hours actually freezing them.
Okay.
Then it moves on to a vacuum stage, and then it moves on to the drying stage.
So getting frozen strawberries actually helps.
It helped. So, yeah, I'm excited about that. So, we're going to have some breakfast. We've got 3 eggs, and then I've got 4 slices of bacon. Rachel has 3 slices. And
You've got to remedy that.
Well, I cooked 7 pieces because that's what fit on the Blackstone. So, here, I'll give you half of mine.
That seems way more fair. Thank you.
And then coffee, I woke up this morning, I already had a cup of coffee. I'm good. I tweaked my side a little bit.
I'm sorry.
So, Rachel's got a coffee with the end of your super creamer. No more super creamer.
Rest in peace, super creamer.
And then a half a pack of the chocolate element. And I'm just going to have some sparkling water that I added some electrolytes into. And that's going to be it. Are you done Christmas shopping?
We've got Anthony. We got a few more things for Anthony.
Anthony, I asked him what else do you want. He sends me a thing that is not sold in stores and wouldn't be here until after Christmas.
Awesome. Thank you for that.
So,
who's the hardest person on your holiday list to shop for?
Who's the hardest person on your shopping? Oh, me? Why?
Because you either buy what you want or you want nothing. I mean, it's good to be content, but it's hard to buy for that.
Right. So, well, if you like seeing videos like this, take a look at some of the videos we have linked right over there. Also, make sure you take a look at the most recent video that I'm going to put right over here.
But whether you head this way or you head this way, don't forget to head this way. Subscribe to our channel and click the little bell icon on that way. Every single time we have breakfast, you'll be alerted to it.
Until next time.
Bye.